The exotic beautiful in the final match between New Zealand and the host England in the ICC Cricket World Cup 2019 by Ohidur. New Zealand won the toss and chose to bat first. They were 241 in 50 overs. They lost 8 wickets. Then comes the England innings. England were also 241. They were all out in 50 overs. Total 100 overs were played. Exceptionally, the final match ended a draw. Now comes the super over. 3 batsmen will play 1 over. And England will bat first. Bawler will play all 6 balls. Another exception. The following team, that is, New Zealand, cannot draw. They must get 1 run more. Alright, now Strokes and Buttler scored 15 runs of 6 deliveries. Then New Zealand started batting and Archer bowling. They got 15 runt too. But it was run out while taking the 16th run. As a result, England won the match. Interestingly, both the times scored the same. Whatever, England became champions. Congratulations to England's victory. England restrict New Zealand for 241. The following script taken from AFP News. Photos may not match with the story. This video is especially made for English learners. Please subscribe to my channel. Having chosen to bat after winning the toss, New Zealand could only manage 241 for 8 at the end of their 50 overs. England restricted New Zealand to 241 to 8 in the World Cup final as the hosts boosted their bid to make history by winning the tournament for the first time on Sunday. Eoin Morgan's side were fueled by 3 wickets each from Liam Plunkett and Chris Woakes on a green-tinged pitch in cloudy conditions that aided the pace bowlers at Lord's. New Zealand captain Kane Williamson had elected to bat first, but his gamble backfired, with only Henry Nicholls, 55, reaching a half-century for the 2015 World Cup runners-up in their 50 overs. England struck early when opener Martin Guptill was dismissed by Woakes, before Williamson and Nicholls put on 74 for the 2nd wicket. Plunkett restored England's grip on the match with 2 quick wickets to remove star batsman Williamson for 30 and then Nicholls. New Zealand, who were aiming to win the World Cup for the first time, could not establish any momentum after that as economical bowling from Plunkett, Woakes and Mark Wood turned the screw for England. Plunkett finished with impressive figures of 3 wickets for 42 runs from his 10 overs, while Woakes took 3 to 37 from 9 overs. Derek Pringle was the only previous England player to take 3 wickets in a World Cup final, his haul coming against Pakistan in 1992. Pringle's efforts were in vain as they lost that final against Pakistan 27 years ago. England were also beaten in their 2 other World Cup finals, against Australia in 1987 and the West Indies in 1979. Thanks to Plunkett and Woakes, England are within touching distance of finally ending their long wait to join England's footballers in 1966 and the 2003 Rugby Union team as world champions. The following script taken from the Daily Star. England win a thriller to clinch their maiden World Cup after tied match. England lift the World Cup courtesy of more boundaries in the match as the super over also finished on a tie. Both teams scored 15 runs in the super over. England are ecstatic after this unbelievable game. The Kiwis fought till the end and in the final ball of the super over, they needed 2 but Guptill fell short of his crease after hitting it towards mid-wicket. Jason Roy picked the ball up at mid-wicket before he threw it at the striker's end and Buttler took off the bails to hand England the trophy. It took a tie-break rule to separate the 2 sides and England won it because of more boundaries in the match. New Zealand need 16 runs in the super over to win the World Cup. Neesham and Martin Guptill are batting for New Zealand. Ben Stokes and Jos Buttler has come in to bat for England in the super over. Bolt to bowl the super over for the Kiwis. England gets 15 in the super over. The final between New Zealand and England has gone to super over in what is the most thrilling final ever in a World Cup match. England needed 15 in the last over and 2 runs were needed off the last delivery bowled by Trent Boult, and Stokes, who has been batting brilliantly, checked his stroke in the last delivery that he played along on and tried to steal 2. He runs 2 but his partner Mark Wood at the other end is short of his crease. Run out. What a game of cricket. The World Cup final is tied and there will be a super over to decide the fate of the game. Another wicket as Lockie Ferguson sent Chris Woakes sent back. Ferguson banged in short and a top edge led the ball high in the sky. Wicket-keeper Tom Latham went behind to take a comfortable catch at the end to bring life to this chase. Nail-biting as Ben Stokes still in the middle. Liam Plunkett in the middle to accompany Stokes. 44.5, Eng 196 fifths, Lockie Ferguson breaks the 100-run partnership as the substitute fielder Tim Southee took a catch at sweeper cover to send Jos Buttler back. It seemed like this pair would take the England over the line, but the batsman sliced a 123 kmph ball and never looked in control. New energy in the New Zealand players as they feel like they can defend the total. New Zealand bowlers have no answer to the Buttler-Stokes pair as the batsmen look to hammer through to victory. Jos Buttler jabbed a Trent Boult ball off the mid-wicket for 4 to bring up his half-century, whereas, a ball later, Ben Stokes took a single as he pushed a ball towards to bring up his half-century. This 100-run partnership was the one thing England needed, and the New Zealand looked to have no answers to the havoc. Game slipping away from the Kiwis. A 50-run stand between Ben Stokes and Jos Buttler as England looked to chase the total of 242. The batsmen had to toil hard for each run in the initial stages of their innings, but as the partnership grew, the players looked to play more freely. A long way to go for the English side to lift their first World Cup, as New Zealand do not seem to have lost any energy in the middle. The Kiwi bowlers and fielders have done everything possible to subdue the run rate and create pressure till now. However, this partnership looked dangerous for the New Zealanders. A stunning catch by Lockie Ferguson sent an unsettled Owen Morgan back to the dressing room for 9 in 22 balls. The whole stadium was in awe as Ferguson came running from the boundary line and dive in front towards the ball, only to scalp one of the best catches in this tournament. The umpires sent it upstairs to get a closer look, but the catch was clean. Jimmy Neesham gets his first of the day. Johnny Bairstow chopped himself out as Lockie Ferguson scalped his first of the day. Bairstow scored 36 runs off 55 balls as England lost wickets in quick successions. Runs have been hard to come as New Zealand's fielding made sure the English had to work hard for every run. In desperate need of a partnership, Ben Stokes came onto the field in hope to steady the ship for England. Colin de Grandhomme sent back Joe Root, as the batsman nicked the ball to the keeper Tom Latham. The England number 3 never looked comfortable in the middle as he scored 7 off 30 deliveries. England bring up the 50 within 15 overs with major contribution from Johnny Bairstow, who looked to score with ease in the middle. The batsman scored 30 runs with Joe Root on the other side. New Zealand bowlers and fielders have been excellent to keep the runs in check. Matt Henry got the prized wicket of Jason Roy as New Zealand got their first wicket. Angling in towards the off stump, the ball was inviting as Jason Roy nicked it to give the Kiwi wicket-keeper Tom Latham a comfortable catch behind the stumps. A huge blow for England as Roy always ensured England got a perfect start at the beginning. Joe Root came onto the field to accompany Bairstow in the middle. England came down to chase a total of 242 runs after their excellent display of bowling and fielding in the first innings. New Zealand bowlers were on top as Jason Roy survived an early scare of a LBW. However, after the umpire adjudged it not out, Kiwi skipper Kane Williamson took some time before deciding to review it. Fate was not on his side as the ball just clipped the stumps, thus the on-field umpire had the last say. The ball looked to swing in and out and also stuck on the pitch in the first 5 overs, but the England openers Johnny Bairstow and Jason Roy, despite having started shakily, upped the tempo. Thanks for watching.